So I'm assuming everyone is pretty familiar with that Jocelyn Hernandez meme where she's like, if you a mama, you have a baby, but you don't take care of your baby, and your grandma take care of your baby, you not the mama. The grandmama's the baby. Listen. Although what she's saying is like absolutely ridiculous, although what she's actually trying to say is like very, very, very true, it made me think of like, your grandmother is just a baby. You're a baby. I'm baby. We baby. Charlie XCX baby. We are limitless beings. And the way that we look at children, the way that we look at babies, the way we look at toddlers are really the ways we need to look at ourselves if we ever want to make a change in our life. I want you to imagine going into a nursery and looking at all of those babies in there and telling me which one isn't deserving of love, which one isn't deserving of the career they always wanted, which one isn't deserving of their dreams coming true, which one deserves to be abused, and which one deserves to be in an abusive relationship, which one deserves to have negative self-talk all the time, which one needs to not love themselves. Once you start looking at yourself with the purity and the limitlessness of a child, of a baby, your entire world will change. Because that's what you are. You are a limitless being. You are a collection of energy that cannot be harnessed, right? And you need to put that energy into the things that you love and truly care about. You need to stop saying, well, everyone else in my world has like followed this path, so therefore I have to follow this path. Says who, bitch? Says who, girl? No, you don't have to do any of that. If there is a dream out there, if there is something you want to do, if there is something that is resting heavily on your heart, on your mind, on your spirit, on your body, on your aching feet, I don't care. You need to go out there and do it because it's in your body for a reason. It's in your mind for a reason. It's in your spirit for a reason. I work as an educational aide. I was talking to one of my students at the because I work at a vocational high school, and she was saying like, yeah, like I just love nursing. Like I couldn't see my life without it. And I was thinking in my head, I would hate to be a nurse. I would hate to like have to like draw blood and like talk to people when they're at their sickest and like have to deal with like the healthcare fields and like have to wear scrubs every day and like Crocs and deal with that kind of clientele and those type of coworkers and like work in a hospital. Like it's not my dream destination, but that is the dream for her. That is what she wants to do. If everyone else in your family is a nurse, if everyone in your family is a teacher, if everyone in your family worked at like some construction company that like granddad created and like invented and like, some Midwest shit. Can you tell I live in Ohio? That does not mean that's your destiny. That does not mean that is the life that you have to do. You would never go to the nursery, look at that child and say, it doesn't really matter what you want to do because mommy and daddy have already decided what life is for you. And if you would do that, you got some stuff you need to work out. You have some serious things you need to work on, Diva. Like that's way above my pay grade. Okay, that's like, whew, like that's really above me. You need to hold yourself to this idea that you have limitless potential. And that if you can see something, if you can imagine something, if you can envision something, you can create it. Think of every single thing in your life right now. You have created it. You have taken a part in creating it. You have, in some way, whether consciously or subconsciously, unconsciously, whatever, you have helped play a part in creating the life that you're living today. If you hate the life that you're living today, you're the reason why you hate it. But if you want to love your future, you have every part in creating that. The type of phone you have is based on maybe it's the phone you could afford. Maybe it's the phone your parent said that they would buy for you. Maybe it's a gift. Maybe it's something you saved up for and like whatever. The piece of technology you're watching this on, it could be a public computer. It could be a private computer that you've had for years. It can be a computer you just bought. This is like the first video you're watching on this computer. If so, that is so cool. But not even technology based. Where you live, the people you hang around, the job you work at, the type of friends you have. Those are all decisions that you've made. And if you find yourself being held back and limited by those surroundings, limited by those things that you've introduced into your life, you have the power to get rid of them. You have the power to create distance between them. The most powerful thing you can do in this world is create. And that is the one God given, universe given, life given, mommy and daddy given, whatever you want to call it, given gift that we all have intrinsically at our core. We can all create. The big difference comes in action. We all have the power to create. Very few people have the power to act. You can say, I want to live on like a tropical island, working 4 hours a week, doing like what I've always loved and dreamed of. But until you're willing to take the action, until you're willing to take the steps, until you're willing to build the systems and the habits that come with that, you're not ready to create. It'll be stuck in creation mode. And the whole purpose of this channel, I think, is to get you out of creation mode and into action mode, because the life you've always dreamed of is literally right at your fingertips. Like, it's literally right here. Like, you literally can reach out and touch it. You just have to decide that you're deserving and that you're worthy of it. And again, it goes back to the nursery. Would you ever tell that child you're not deserving of it? Don't even reach out and try, because it might not happen. So don't even think about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't do it. What? What is wrong with you? No, you need to go out there and you need to tell yourself that anything you've ever wanted is right there for you. It's right there waiting for you. It's everything you ever wanted is right there. So why not try? Would you not want to look back in 10 years and say, you know what? I gave my best effort at my dream. I gave it my all. It was something that I put everything I had into, versus, oh yeah, I never did that. And now I have to live with the regret for the rest of my life that I never pursued that dream, that I never went for it, that I never tried. Because let me tell you, as you get older, there are going to be people from your past who pass you and who achieve the things that you've always dreamed of. And you will always be stuck with that feeling of, why did that bitch get it and I didn't get it? So you need to be thankful actually for that bitch, because that bitch is going to be the one propelling you to do what you need to do. You need to get on your Zoom, girl. You need to get off your ass. You need to get into some action. You need to build some habits. You need to create some systems. And you need to create a long-term plan of what you want your future to look like. You can't just keep drifting. You can't just keep like going from job to job and hoping you'll find the one that sticks. You need to be in the driver's seat. You need to take yourself out of the passenger seat. You need to stop this Tesla bullshit of self-driving car. No, that bitch. I got a license. I know how to. Am I allowed to say F? Am I allowed to say the F word? We're going to find out. You need to take yourself out of that passenger seat, put yourself in the driver's seat, put the key into the ignition, turn that bitch on, and drive. Who cares if you end up like on the no outlet street and you got to do a U-turn and like reverse out of it? If you know your destination, if you know that, okay, I got to go through the woods, I got to prepare for all terrain. My car is going to get muddy. I might get a flat tire on the way. But there are going to be times where I like drive on the beach. There are going to be times where I see beautiful sunsets as I drive. There are going to be times where I'm on like the hill and I can see like the sun meeting the water and it's like rippling cascade effect into the water. It's going to be like one of the most beautiful sights of my life. But you know what your destination is. You know where you're going. And you're on that trip and you're on that journey because you know you deserve it. Life is a pilgrimage, right? Like a religious person, you understand like the concept of a pilgrimage when people go on these like long, strenuous journeys to like find some higher religious purpose. But honestly, it's just to find themselves. But that's just a reflection of life. That is just like life. Life is a journey. Life is a pathway. Life is a pilgrimage. And you're dedicating your life, these few decades, these few years that we all have on this planet, thankfully, to build the life that you want, to put into the world, to make a world that's better than what you came into. And that is so important during this political climate, during this social climate, where people's rights are being taken away, where people's literal, like, I don't mean to laugh, but like their entire like livelihoods, their entire lives are being upended and uprooted because of the hatred of some people. You need to go out into the world and you need to spread love. You need to spread joy. You need to find your own freedom so that you can share that with others. It's bigger than you. It's not about you living the life that you wanted. It's you living the life that you want and showing others that they can too. Going on this journey, you will find that you are an inspiration. You are going to be somebody that people look up to. You are going to be someone that people like strive after. They say, wow, you did it. You give me the passion and the drive, and you make me feel like it's okay to go out and do this thing that I've been scared to do. You make me feel like I can go out and take that next step. That is your purpose, whatever that looks like. If that means working as a nurse, as like a travel nurse, or just like a regular RN in a hospital building, and that's your like dream, go out and do it. There is someone who's like, oh my God, girl, you made me want to go to med school. You made me want to get a nursing degree. You made me want to go back. If your dream is to be on Broadway, And you go to New York and you make the big move to New York and you get your apartment and you start showing up to those ECCs and those EPAs and you start singing your heart out and dancing your heart out and somebody notices you and your unique talent and you make it. I bet you my bottom dollar, which I don't have many, I bet you my last dollar that somebody's going to say, you inspired me to go out and chase my dream. You made me go audition for that show that I was scared for. You made me go take that dance class that I was like, thought I was going to be head over heels and like, or not head over heels, thought I was going to be in over my head about. That is the passion and energy that you need to walk through the world with. And you can only do that once you realize your limitless potential. Once you realize you're still that little baby. You're still that baby. The grandmama is, in fact, the baby. You are still that tiny, infinite being of which anything is possible, of which all dreams can be enacted upon, all creativity, all creations can move through. That is you. If you can envision it, if you can imagine it, if you can feel it in your body, if you can align your actions with that type of person, if you can learn from people who are already there, oh my God, it's possible. Every person you look up to, every person you want to be, every person you envy, they are just human, just like you. They poop, they pee, they bleed, they cry. We are all human. We are all just little babies running around on a giant space rock trying to make it seem like we got it together. So don't ever count yourself out. Don't ever make yourself think that what you want is not possible, because it is. And the day that you start seriously believing, and seriously not even believing, feeling and walking in alignment with the path towards that success, towards that dream, towards that higher potential, you've already won. You've already got it. It's already yours. Okay, friends, that was another sermon for the week. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, comment, subscribe, whatever feels right to you. And once again, if no one has told you this today, I truly believe in you, and I know that your dreams are going to come true. So until next time, friend, bye.